just gotta get my identity hidden, man. Fuck it, then they gonna look, they see me with this shit. I'm gonna kill my ass.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But might be a trigger warning or two. I hope not. If you watch it on your TV, whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. Hope you're having a smooth 7. Also, I will be going ahead, putting up the P.O. box. I will be letting y'all know where to send that to. It'll be in the description. But you already know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
I know what time it is. Oh, I got their ass now. Check this out right here. This is about to get very, very depressing. The reason this is about to get very depressing is because you see this machine right here. This machine has been mining our earth, our crystal trees, for centuries, and leaving us with a barren wasteland. Now, some of us may not know it, but this device right here has been mining our quote-unquote mountains for centuries and creating nothing but hell here on earth. This is going to take some time, but you got to let this sink in. Take a look at it. And y'all know how we do around here. We not clickbaiting. Analyze this photo. Look at the patterns it's leaving. Look at the way it's constructed. Look very, very close at what it's doing. It's taking this, scooping it up over, back into the machine, and then the conveyor belt part right here. Very, very close at what it's doing. It's taking this, scooping it up over, back into the machine, and then the conveyor belt part right here is taking what it takes. It's mining. Mining your entire planet. As I continue and this goes on, you are going to start to feel a little bit dumb and lied to. Because you're going to start to understand, you see the ribs right there? Mining. Now you sit there and you go, well, it's melting. Because we've been dumbed down. We've been dumbed down to the point that we look and we can't analyze things fully. Let me explain this to you fully. What you're looking at is a tree. A petrified tree. What you see here in the middle, which I'm about to show you, it's gutted out. They mined the entire thing. Why? If you watch my last video, you'll see the trees are crystals. And if the trees are crystals, then they're mining crystal. Look, what did I just tell you? Look there. Look very close. I'm literally handing you new eyes. Every time you watch one of my videos, your eyes get a new layer so you can see the world with new vision. Do you see how that concave shape? You see the concave shape? Because you know me, I'm not going to give you bullshit. We don't talk perspectives and theories and I wonders around. No, we don't do that. We talk knowing. And as you can see here, We know both those mountain ranges oddly have this concave shape out of here. What we're going to do is, the white NPCs, we tossing them in the garbage. They go inside of the garbage. All the geologists, they go in the garbage. Your teacher, professor, they go in the garbage. They lied to you. Everything they told you about, man, there was erosion. There was a thing, you know, they told you about the Grand Canyon. There's a river. The river came through here and they've been mining the crystal trees here in our realm for centuries. And of course, I'm going to show you. Because they think you're stupid. But once you awaken, all I'm doing is making you remember. Take a look there. What do you see here? Those tracks have been there. Oh, by the way, you're looking at Antarctica. Those tracks have been there for centuries. Where'd those tracks come from? Big, huge excavating machines. They went all the way up here, excavated that out. You see the little ribbed mound. You see what everything looks. It looks the same as all the rest that I'm about to show you. I just showed you about 6, 8 pictures. We got about 80 to go. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. The whole entire planet. The whole entire planet. You can talk to any geologist you want. They cannot deny these are actually, they can deny it. You tell me what all these concaved, mining drilling marks are. You tell me what they are. Because it's everywhere. This is all the way up on top of a mountain. This is up 6,000 feet. You have to ask yourself, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, this ain't within the last 100. This ain't within the last 2, 3. This was before that. They excavated the mountain. Excavated these crystal trees. Excavated. Yeah, I think the buildings is the only thing they found. They found those trees and they went to work on them. But this is the thing right here. The race that was responsible for this, they mined these trees and they had to know what they were doing, because you have to send somebody out there. They have to have millions of dollars invested, and they have to know they're going to get their money back. Mined. They dug it all out. You look over here and you go, oh, that's just a valley. Let me put you onto something else. Keep looking at this image here. How many images like this have I shown you already? Go back, watch the video again. What you're going to realize is this. Do you see anything growing? No, you don't. You don't see anything growing because it's a death zone. It's a death zone. It's all they killed it. It's a barren wasteland. It's been mined. And all the sediment from the stuff dropped down. And once it dropped down and it blankets and it covers everything, nothing grows. Same. You're going to realize all these mountains here, from the Grand Canyon all around the world, they all look the same. Look at that. What is that? Coming up, sticking out. Yeah, exactly. Tree. Look at it. It's been mined. Look around it. Look at the area. Barren. Look at it. It's been mined. Look at, see the ribs? It's been mined. Look at all the sediment. So they're done. Look. Look at the top. Just flat. Cut straight across. No erosion, no river, mate. We just never put 2 and 2 together because we think we're so big that we don't think of our world as bigger than us. Now that you understand that this is a gigantic tree that goes up and it's made out of crystal, and they came and found it and just excavated these joints all bzzz, and that was after they fell. Look at this one. What is this? What is it? Grand Canyon. What does that look like going across? What did y'all think these ribs were? Please don't tell me. I know. They told you it was water erosion, right? The water came in and the water was down in the valley. But let's make sure this is a no-fly zone and you can't go here. We're going to pull up in black trucks and drag you somewhere. We don't want you around. Yeah, they excavated all that. Look, they excavated all that. This is an excavation site. Just look. Look at the ribs. The ribbon up there. Anybody that knows mining, know excavation, they know what they're looking at. Unless you want to believe erosion gets a straight cut like that. Stop playing with me. Look at the layers. Mining. Come on. Look at these layers. Mining. You seen that in the first photo. Remember those ribs I showed you? They were mining. But when the mind's blind, the eyes can't see.
Y'all want to take that rabbit hole? Y'all want to take that dive?
And this probably from 200 to 300 time period. This is what they call the bloodstone. But back in these old days, they would use these things for certain things that come into the realm. And we're here at that timeline again. They already admit that so-called electronic blood is inside these supercomputers. Being cuprious oxide gemstone could hold the key to the quantum computers. Miners in these regions often interpret the presence of copper as a sign they were on track to uncovering abundant reserves of copper. Ancient civilizations believe it to be the blood of petrified remains. Giant's blood.
Del Gigante. And this is obviously a creature. That is that tendon. This is the red bloody stuff.
So if you take this here, it's a cult within a cult, they say. St. Andrews University. They just finalized their agreement in 2024 for the massive supercomputer plan. And here's a school. It was founded in 1413. It's the third oldest university, English-speaking one that we have in the world. We're talking thousands and thousands of years old, where they have these secret societies.
Now that's 2 rabbit holes we haven't took. Y'all want to take it? Let me know.
Tell me about, break down the Cherokee tribe for me.
Okay, there are several tribes that are part of the Cherokee Nation. Chickasaw and Choctaw are 2 of those. The Chickasaw and Choctaw tribes were prevalent in Todd County, Kentucky, which is where our ancestral birth home is. If you are considered part of the Cherokee Nation, you could also be a Chickasaw or Choctaw Indian, still Cherokee Nation.
Okay, so what happened with the Choctaws and the Chickasaws regarding slavery?
In the Civil War, the Chickasaw and Choctaw fought on the side of the Confederacy. And this was because of a relationship that the white settlers had with the Chickasaw and Choctaw of catching slaves that had run away. And even the slaves, when they came north, and Kentucky was considered a border state, they could be caught by the Chickasaw or Choctaw Indians and taken back to slave states, into slavery. Keep in mind, I'm talking about freed black people.
Wow.
Could be taken back into slavery.
Wow.
And that's what the Choctaw and Chickasaw did. They were part of the Confederacy. They fought for the Confederate Army.
And did they own slaves as well?
Cherokee did. The Cherokees were well known for also having slaves. Now, 2 ways to look at that. I'm not talking about white slaves of villages that they had raided and they took people in as slaves into their tribe. I'm talking about they actually owned black people as slaves.
Wow.
That's interesting. That's interesting because, see, on my grandfather's side, his grandfather was a slave. His grandmother was part of the Blackfoot tribe. his grandfather was a runaway, ran away to their reservation. And when he ran to the reservation, that's how he ended up meeting my grandfather's grandmother in Alabama. And my grandfather ended up moving out to California. Crazy, that's some crazy shit. He told me his grandfather was mean though. All he wanted to do was smoke his pipe, his tobacco, and sip his moonshine, and that was it. He said his grandmother was nice, but his grandfather was an ex-slave and he was mean. That's what he said. Hey, that's all as far as I could tell you as far as that side of the family, but that's interesting.
Panthers in China. I repeat, they teach about the Black Panthers in China, and they don't teach about the Black Panthers here. And they still shoot up Fred Hampton's grave every year. And people still got issues with the Chinese.
But when you take a solid food vacation, folks, things happen to you. In the first week, the average guy I coach loses 10 pounds, the average woman 7 pounds in 1 week. And it's safe weight loss. We're flushing out our pipes. In 30 days, the average man loses 30 pounds, the average woman loses 20. And that's exciting, because most of that is going to be the serpent, Beelzebub, old fecal matter that hasn't been eliminated. And a lot of people say, oh, this can't be true. I got scoped out the other day, didn't see anything in there. Well, don't go get scoped out. Don't take all that stuff that will flush some of that stuff out of you. Take a solid food vacation. Document what comes out of you. At least take a closer look at it. If you actually were to document it, capture it, weigh it, smell it, look at it, and then start paying attention after a week or so, for me it was day 10, day 11, I saw things come out of me with definitions and grooves like the rubber off the tire of my car. Got my attention. To say I was excited is an understatement. And the best of all is when I finally woke up and went the distance, and it took 90 days. I crawled out of a rut I didn't even know I was in. And that was back when I was playing competitive sports, exercising 7 to 8 hours a day. Didn't think my life could get any better anywhere. And yet, it was better everywhere. That's what you guys have to look forward to.
How y'all feel about what he's saying?
All right, you're not going to believe this. I'm just outside the House Judiciary Committee, and actually, I got a guy here who wants to say hi. Hold on. I'll take a picture with you real quick. I'm doing an Insta Live right now. You're on an Insta Live, but I'll get back to it in a second. Hop in.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to you guys. Of course, thank you. All right. House Judiciary Committee right now. You're not going to believe this. I'm stunned that I have to tell you this. Republicans just voted, every single one of them, to allow Donald Trump to deport U.S. citizens. Not like deport unlawful, violent immigrants. No. They just voted in our committee to allow Donald Trump to deport U.S. citizens. That's where this is going. They just voted to allow that. I've never thought I would see this before. I never thought it would come to this, but that's where we are.
Look, man, I don't care who voted what. I just want to know why they brought if anybody brought this shit up. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you chose. Why would they bring that up? Only just for entertainment purposes. Now, my next question would be: is it because is it because we're too populated? Do y'all know what comes along with that? Is it that? Is it that agenda? I'm just asking, man. This for entertainment purposes. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions. I'm just curious, and I'm just bringing things that need to be talked about up. Whether you agree, whether you disagree, what he said, what he didn't say, what he should have said, I don't care about that. Let's just have that conversation respectfully. That's sad, bro. Shit.
Good morning. Welcome to Martial Law Light. An executive order was signed last night by the president to reinforce local and state law enforcement, giving them the authority to do whatever they want to whoever they want. Go look it up.
There's no way this is happening right now. So y'all better get ready. I am scrolling on TikTok during my walk at the park, and this guy is ranting about, like, pull out your 401ks. And I'm like, huh? He says that 11 countries have stopped using the US dollar. So I'm like, no way. So I go to Google it. And in fact, 11 countries have stopped using the US dollar. I'm about to pull out everything. I'm cash only, gold, silver, I promise you. Y'all better get ready. It's time to tighten up.
With to pull everything out, I think we should wait until the stock market crash. That's when you gonna know. It's going up and down right now. But wait until that thing crash. Wait till it crash. Also, I think you still got about 5 years until that point comes. The reason why I say that, 2030, I think is that year they're gonna. It's my opinion. Let me know if that's a reach. This last clip, I ain't getting no Sony vehicle. The reason why? Until my PS5 can stop overheating, my PS4s, my PS5s, until them things is durable and they don't overheat, I gotta wait until, Sony gotta get right with their PS5s first before I turn around and invest into a Sony vehicle. It looked dope, it looked nice, but just because it looked that way, man, just because it glittered, that don't mean that thing is gold. That's how I look at it. Y'all let me know. Would y'all push that? Would y'all try that? I don't know. I gotta see it first, and I need to see some other things with their products before I go ahead and buy one of those.
I may scare y'all, but this is the real reason why I don't show my face. I look. See? See, I got real Illuminati bloodline. Turn the camera on. Now watch this. See that? See that through my identity hidden, man. Fuck it, then they see me with this shit. I'm gonna kill my ass.
Hell nah, bro. I'm not sure if she was shapeshifting. It do look a little weird.
I saw this, so I had to find the original video to make sure it wasn't messed with or something. And this is the original C-SPAN video, but like it just did it a bit. But look at this guy's eyes next to Kamala. Kicks in right after she turns her head. Like, what the heck is that? What is going on with that guy's eyes? It's freaking.
Hey, Collective, be honest. Y'all seen this shit I ain't never seen before.
Leave a camera here. Oh, wicked, it's got infrared. Oh, it was well creepy. What the f was that? Guys. Stuart. Downstairs now, I've just seen something on the... Oh.
Even in the industry, I used to look out into the crowd, and I promise, I know you're gonna think I'm lying to you. I used to look out and see faces change. Everything felt demonic. Spiritually.
One day we bought a bar, and we just talk about life and just deep shit. And then it was like 3 broads, they came. These bitches had on all black. These bitches was prettier than... Ah! It was like, they had that look like the Kardashians. These bitches, ah! And that shit ain't nothing. That shit ain't look enhanced and that shit look all natural. So he nudged me like, so I look, I said, ooh, yeah, nigga, it's on. Mm-hmm. So we chilling, we drinking. I start my bullshit. What y'all drinking? Get these bitches whatever they want. Double them bitches up. And when they finish, give them another one. So we on our bullshit. We just drinking now. Me and him just talking like, because we already know. They be like, I'll be over to your left. You know, you read that energy. So I was like, they ain't going nowhere. Keep these bitches drinking. So me and Pac still talking. Out of my peripheral. Nigga, look, I can't make this up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell anybody this kind of shit. So I'm giving this shit to you exclusive. Check this one out. So out of my peripheral, you know, you see certain shit through your peripheral. So I look, and it looked like something, like the bitch was moving, but it looked like something else, like some horror movies. Nigga, listen, it looked real bugged out. So I looked again, bitch was regular pretty. I turned my head, I see some shit moving. I was like, so I said to myself, am I high? Because me and this nigga been smoking some good shit. I drank. I looked again. The bitch face kind of like disfigured, nigga. Now, hey. All I know is when I saw that movie Devil's Advocate, I was like, I seen that shit. The bitch was like that. So, nigga, it was a scene in there like that. Nigga, I went pop, nigga. I looked again, and the bitch face was regular. I looked again. Well, it was like the bitch was switched back. It was like she was morphing. I looked again. I said, yo, Parker's gonna... It was like, what's the matter, man? He said, we gonna bring the bitch. I said, we not bringing them bitches nowhere with us.
That clip made me laugh every time he tell the story. And again, we saw this early on in the channel. Clearly, we got people who new to the channel. So sometimes when this come back, we're gonna bring it back. Just cause, you know, clearly somebody missed it. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all again. Fellas, how many times have y'all experienced that? When I said it then, I got so many comments of y'all saying that happened to y'all. And some of y'all was referring back to tell me I wasn't lying when I told you what happened to me. I just said not too long ago I experienced this. I ain't gonna say the girl's name. Long story short, she needed to... Her sister tried to do some things to herself and clog out. When she was under, she ain't woke back up yet. She told the mother and the dad and the sisters, the devil was at the bottom of the stairs singing a song trying to get her to walk down there. She said she didn't want to go. She said she was scared. When she told that story, the dad said that he sold his soul to that person that was at the bottom of those stairs. When she told me that, we was in her apartment. I was standing by the doorway. She was standing in the kitchen, by the kitchen table, and her face changed. I can't make this up. Some more stuff happened that night too. I won't go into detail on that today. Fast forward some time, about a year and a half later, I got in a relationship, we lived together, her face changed. Right under the black light. I can't make this shit up, bro. I said this then, I'm saying the same story now. That's what I told with that clip right there. I seen it. Anybody in the world, have you seen it? Fellas, have you seen a person you dealing with, woman, friend, girlfriend, whatever she is to you? Have you seen somebody's face change like that? What did you do? Let me know what.
Yo, I just joked the band director. I got a brand new saxophone.
Shit look like Jurassic Park, bro.
Breaking the news, and this is real. A White House official has said to the Washington Post and other media outlets that Trump doesn't give a f. Trump is at the peak of not giving a f. He is going to do what he wants to do. That is real. That motherfucker said that to the press. So a White House official, they didn't name who, went outside, was talking to the press and said, Trump don't give a
Collective, y'all rolling them out today.
The picture that I'm going to show you at the end of this video has caused a lot of technological issues with the person who sent it and myself, so I just wanted to give you that warning. This is what they and myself believe is a cryptid that was caught on camera. Do with that information what you will. If you don't want to watch this one, I totally understand it, and if you are in an area that's more prominent to those things, I would kind of suggest against it if it's at night. They said they sent this story in because they want everyone to know that these things can be anywhere, as this took place in Canada. So let's get into it. So this story doesn't belong to the person that sent it to me. It actually happened to their cousin, and they told it to me. So the cousin is laying in bed trying to go to sleep one night, and they hear this loud noise. Like, it is so loud that it jolts them up and it jolts their dad up, who runs into the room and is like, did you hear that? So they say, yeah, I heard it. I don't know what it is. And the dad's a firefighter, and he was like, I think that was a car crash and we need to go check, because it's a small town. He just wanted to be helpful. The cousin's like, I am going too. I'm not staying in this house. So they put on their jackets, they open the door, and they are met with what sounds like scratching on the top of their house. Now, they live in a wooded area. It wouldn't be weird for an animal to be up there scratching. But then they look into the trees and notice something strange. And the cousin locks eyes with it, which causes it to start wobbling towards them. They use the word wobbling. I imagine like a baby deer trying to walk for the first time type of walk. The dad and the cousin quickly get inside, lock the door, and eventually end up falling asleep. I don't know how, but they eventually do. And when they do, they sleep for an entire 24 hours. And when they wake up 24 hours later, they are covered with weird bumps and scratches. Now, they didn't tell me how they got this picture. I don't know if it was from a trail cam or what, but here is the picture that they said goes with the story that they captured. I did have weird stuff happen when I tried to save it. I don't know, but here is that picture. Like I said, you've been warned. If you don't want to see it, scroll on, but here it is.
Chosen ones, have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift? Have you noticed the way people watch you, some in awe, others in envy, yet none of them can quite explain why? Let me tell you, it's not just your presence, it's your power. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to hear this message right now. Now, the world won't tell you this. The world will tell you that you're too sensitive, too intense, too much. They will call you peculiar because you see what they cannot see and feel what they are blind to. But I am here to tell you today, you were designed to be different. You were meant to walk a path that others cannot even comprehend. And the reason you often feel isolated, the reason your journey has been filled with lessons and trials, is because you are being prepared. Preparation is painful. Refinement is never comfortable. But let's be clear, you were never meant to conform. You were not created to blend in with the masses, to follow their shallow pursuits. You were born to stand out. Now let me ask you, have you noticed the patterns? Have you always been more aware than those around you? Do you see connections that others miss? When you were young, did you feel like an old soul carrying wisdom beyond your years? That was not coincidence, that was divine design. The chosen ones are given heightened intuition. the ability to discern, to sense deception, to feel the spiritual currents beneath the surface. You may have always been drawn to knowledge, to esoteric truths, to the deep mysteries of existence. That urge you feel is the call of destiny pressing upon you, pushing you toward higher understanding. And I must tell you something, not everyone will understand you, and that is okay. The chosen ones walk a path that is not meant for the faint-hearted. You are here to build, to create, to awaken. The world is asleep, but you are awake. But here's the real challenge. What will you do with your awakening? Because knowledge without application is wasted power. Awareness without action is potential left untapped. This world wants you distracted, wants you weak, wants you doubting yourself. But when you learn to master your mind, when you channel your gifts and intentions into true creation, then you become unstoppable. This is why I say to you now, it is time to step into your power. If you are ready to take control of your mind, to align your thoughts with divine intention, then you need the right tools.
China threatens to unleash $1.9 trillion tsunami and drown out tariff warfare. You know what that $1.9 trillion tsunami is, right? It's all of the mortgage-backed securities that China owns. They have $1.87 trillion in mortgage-backed securities. You know what happens when they dump those and offload those? The housing market drops and crashes like you would not believe. Rent and mortgages would be almost halved around the country. The ultra billionaires and multinational corporations that are listed on the NASDAQ stock exchanges, the soulless entities that are draining the middle class, yeah, they're gonna be hurt. China, go for it. Dump those mortgage-backed securities and allow the average American to buy homes and get a taste of the American dream once again. Yeah, go for it. I don't give a elite cockers that have been us.
I ain't gonna lie, me working in mortgage, I asked that before. Not with China, but just if, like, would it be possible for that to even happen? And my manager told me no. Said there's no way in chance that would ever happen. So I sat there, I was quiet. So the fact that the fact that I'm hearing this is like music to my ears. Some people are gonna be like, bro, you tripping, because, and they're gonna have a because after that. But how I see it is, the people that we call the 1%, they're too greedy. They're too needy. And they depend on us. And until we stand up and because they playing the game on our back right now. We bent over. No diddy. When we stand up, that's when the board gonna fall. The game's over. It's over at that point. We start getting our land back. We start getting some property. Bro, it is over. That's one of the things they don't want to happen. That's why they make it so hard in a loophole and go through banks and have to buy the house, but then gotta pay property tax. You ain't even own the whole land that you own. You didn't buy it flat out. What you gonna pay, a 60-year mortgage when you already 40? Come on, bro. I'm just asking questions here. That's what I'm saying. This right here, this might work for us. This might be good for us.
You want to know a conspiracy I'm going to take to the grave with me? Okay, before we get there, right? Well, I have to say that to get reparations, right? A foreign nation has to petition reparations. So the only reason why Native Americans got reparations without a foreign nation petitioning for them is because this is their land. So for the Africans that were taken from Africa who were brought to America as slaves, an African country would have to petition for African Americans, would have to petition for them here, right? Okay. There is a man named Iamqueheff in Nigeria, a wealthy businessman who ran for office as a president. He ran for presidency. He won the election, but the election was annulled and he was denied the presidency. I believe that was done in collusion with the United States, and I will show you why. He once gave a speech at Boston University and gave an argument on the case for reparations. he believes that black Americans deserve their reparations, and as a president he was going to petition for reparations for black Americans. For context, a foreign nation has to petition for its citizens for reparation. So the Japanese government had to petition for the Japanese people. You see where this is going? The Native Americans are the only ones who didn't need a foreign nation, because this is supposedly their land. So Abiola gets denied the presidency, and the man who takes power is a man named Abacha. Abiola gets killed while in presidency, and any Nigerian you talk to will tell you the US government did it. Now, the man that became president was Abacha. He was a thorn to America's side. He was very, very right-wing. He was basically like he was good for Nigeria, but he was a dictator. And people didn't like him. America didn't like him, but they didn't have an issue with him at first. Until a man named Louis Farrakhan went to Nigeria in 1997 and managed to convince General Sani Abacha to agree to petition for on behalf of black Americans for reparations. That is the same trip. When he finished with Abacha, he then went to Libya. It was when he arrived Libya that Gaddafi gave him $1 billion to invest in black Americans. And anyone that knows that story, the US government threatened Farrakhan and told him if he received it, he would. It was a whole long thing. So Farrakhan had to turn down the $1 billion. And right after Abacha agreed to petition on behalf of black Americans, he was killed. So my favorite conspiracy, and one that I'm going to take to my grave, is that MKO Abiola, when he won the presidency, America colluded to make sure he never became president. And Abacha, the moment he decided he was going to petition for black Americans, America decided to kill him. That's my conspiracy, is that both these men were killed by the United States government because they chose to petition for reparations for black Americans.
Is that too far of a reach to y'all?
What I'm about to tell you is extremely disturbing, and I need you guys to listen very carefully. So let me announce myself first. Obviously, my name is Colton Lexus, and I work for Internal Services. I'm the chief. Today we found out how ICE has been unlawfully tracking people simply on their phones. Now, a lot of you guys have a smartphone, and a lot of you guys have a smartphone that has an IMEI number on it. Every smartphone in the US has an IMEI number on it. And why is this important? Well, because every carrier is required to comply with federal regulations, and your IMEI number is sent to a cell tower. A company called GSMA has officially been contracted by DHS. And now, even if you have location disabled, simply being in an area where you receive 5G or 4G service triangulates you and puts you in a spot. If you are an immigrant who has ever gotten an ITIN from the IRS, they more than likely have your phone number because it was on the application. If you ever applied for a bank account with Bank of America or Chase, they more than likely have your phone number because it's on the application. Why is this important? And listen very carefully. Your phone number is now being used to keep track of your location in real time. And GSMA has been doing that for quite some time now. We were in the process of trying to figure out if our phones were ever reported lost, stolen, or anything like that, right? This is called blacklisting. You may have heard of an IMEI check, where you check to see if your phone has been restricted or blacklisted, right? But the one company that's responsible for maintaining those records in real time is the same company who is actually able to triangulate you. Right now, the Border Patrol and ICE and the FBI and the CIA are using it to triangulate everyone in the ITIN records system. So this is how ICE knows where you are and where to go looking for you. This is why so many people have been disappeared. They are using their phone's IMEI number. And because most phones can't be rooted or jailbroken, you can't erase or even modify your IMEI. Of course, even if you did, your phone wouldn't work because it's your IMEI number that connects you to your service provider. So today, we are officially announcing a new feature on Black that will allow you to see if your IMEI number is being used to spy on. But I urge you, if you are here illegally and you have a smartphone, turn it off. Put it on airplane mode. Do not allow it to connect with any cell phone towers at all. Turn off any kind of cell phone connectivity. Protect yourself and get a completely different number, because that's exactly how ICE is finding people. And now we know. So I was trying to tell you guys this before I got shadow banned, but I'm telling you now that I have officially confirmed this, and we are working to give you guys a live update of how this actually works. They even know if you SIM swapped. They even know if your phone is actually on, and they can still track it, even if it has 1% battery life. Guys, it's insane. I never expected a day in my life that I would be tracked. My phone has been compromised. My number has been compromised. And now, I have to consider getting a new phone and potentially a rooted Android so that I can get rid of the IMEI number altogether. Guys, this is serious. This means kids who are here undocumented, this is how they go missing. This is what they're using now. They're using the latest advancement in telephone technology to get people out of this country. This is dangerous. This means that you're being watched without even you being knowing about it.
Look, for me, I ain't shocked no more about no tracking, none of that shit. Yeah, I ain't shocked about none of that, bro. None of it. It doesn't even shock me. It's like, well, I don't know. I wish the world could just be a lovely place, bro. I wish it could be just a cool, chill place. You ain't gotta worry about none of the extras. All the little shit we saw today, like, bro, why do we have certain people in charge? Why do we have certain people making certain decisions? Why do some people think the way they do? But then again, like I always say, we need people to think the way they think so we can know and have a guideline of where not to go, on how not to think, on how not to be. You an asshole? Bro, be an asshole. I know I'm not gonna be. That's how I feel about it. You miserable? Okay, cool. I'm not gonna be. You are, though. I'm gonna vibrate higher. We need the good, we need the bad, we need the ugly. That's how I see it. But I know y'all hate this part of the video. But y'all know we made it to the end of this, man. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. When you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what